that is the kingdom Protista. And also we have discussed the general characteristics of some common protists. So here, as I said, in your book the details account of amoeba it is given. So here we will talk the detailed account like the body structure, digestion, locomotion and reproduction of amoeba. So we will discuss one by one topic. So at first, let's discuss about the structure of amoeba. The other two like Euglena and Paramecium is not given, not needed. Only here we will read a detailed account of amoeba, and amoeba is a what? Amoeba is a protist. Here if we will talk about the structure of amoeba, if we will go through the structure of amoeba, then generally amoeba is having irregular in shape. Okay? If you will talk about the shape of amoeba, then amoeba is generally how it looks like. It is irregular in shape. It do not have a particular shape. Okay? Again, the covering or the membrane covering of the amoeba is no, you can call it as plasma membrane. Okay? It do not have cell wall. Remember, it do not have cell wall as animal cells do not have cell wall. Okay? So it has a covering, we call it a cell membrane or plasma membrane. This is the plasma membrane of amoeba. Okay? Plasma membrane. Okay? Now, as we have discussed, amoeba is a unicellular prokaryote. If you remember, then I said all the members or all the protists are unicellular prokaryotes, means it has a definite nucleus or it has a well-developed nucleus. What do you mean by well-developed nucleus? It got a nuclear membrane. Okay? It got a nuclear membrane, and inside that it got the genetic material, that is the DNA or RNA. Okay? So this is a prominent nucleus. Okay, this is the prominent nucleus, or we can call it as a well-defined nucleus. What is well-defined nucleus? Nucleus which is having the nuclear membrane, which is covered with the nuclear membrane. We can call it as a definite nucleus. And as protists are the prokaryotes, that's why amoeba contains a well-defined nucleus. Again, it contains a vacuole. Okay. This we can call it as contractile vacuole. What vacuole? Contractile vacuole. Contractile vacuole. So what is contractile vacuole? Contraction means what? Which can contract and expand, which has the ability or which has flexibility. That kind of vacuole we call it as contractile vacuole. So what is the work of the contractile vacuole? Okay, tell me what is the work of vacuole? Vacuole generally helps in storage. Already in class 6th portion we have discussed about the function of vacuole. What is the work of vacuole? Vacuole helps in storage of food and water or nutrient particles. So here it got a contractile vacuole. What is the work of the contractile vacuole? This contractile vacuole helps in the storage of water. Okay, it adjusts the water content of the cell. Remember, contractile vacuole helps in the adjustment of water in the cell of amoeba, or it stores water for amoeba. It maintains the quantity of water in the body of amoeba. That's why we call it as contractile vacuole, because sometimes it can contract, sometimes it can expand depending upon the requirement of water inside the body of amoeba. The vacuole can contract and expand. That's why its name is given contractile vacuole. Along with contractile vacuole, it also contains some food vacuoles. Okay. Along with contractile vacuoles, it also contains some food vacuoles. Food vacuoles, by the name only it suggests, food vacuoles stores the foods or it stores the nutrients for the body of amoeba. Okay, here we have discussed about the plasma membrane, which is the outer covering of amoeba, nucleus, contractile vacuole and food vacuole. Contractile vacuole helps in the storage of water and food vacuole helps in the storage of food. Again, already we have discussed the organ for locomotion in amoeba. These extended structures of amoeba helps in the locomotion. What do you mean by locomotion? Locomotion means movement from one place to another place. So these expanded structure we call it as pseudopodia. pseudopodia. These expanded structures are called pseudopodia, which helps in the movement of amoeba. Along with that, it also helps in capturing the food that we will discuss in the digestion part. Okay, how these pseudopodia help in the used to take the food into the body of amoeba. So pseudopodia helps in locomotion as well as for capturing prey or for capturing food particles into the body of amoeba. Okay, so this is pseudopodia. So pseudopodia, as I said, this is the extended arm of amoeba. We can also call it as false feet. It do not looks like feet, but it has some function of feet. That's why we call it as false feet. So by the help of the false feet, amoeba can move from one place to another place, and this movement of amoeba we call it as amoeboid movement. Okay, amoeboid movement. Amoeboid movements, you can get this word in some other terms also to express. Okay, if you all have remembered, we have learned some topic in WBC. Okay, WBC is the white blood cell, and what is the structure of WBC? The structure of WBC is irregular, and what is the movement of WBC or how it moves? It moves in amoeboid movement. Means WBC also, it has very irregular in shape, and it can also able to pass through. It can able to pass through very narrow tube. Why? Because it can adjust its body. It can sometimes it can contract, sometimes it can squeeze. It can adjust its body according to the according to the place where it is moving. Okay, so forget about that. Just I'm giving one example to you. So here the movement of amoeba, we call it as amoeboid movement. Amoeboid movement means it moves such a way that it can fit in a narrow space also. It can move from a narrow space also. This kind of movement we call it as amoeboid movement. So this is the general structure of amoeba. Again, I am repeating: plasma membrane, nucleus, a well defined nucleus. That's why it is a prokaryote. Contractile vacuole which stores water, food vacuole which stores food, and pseudopodia which helps in locomotion along with capturing its food. Okay, so this is about the structure of amoeba. And next part, now I will tell you about the digestion or nutrition in amoeba. Okay, so students, we have already discussed about the structure of amoeba. Okay, I think you all get clear about the structure of amoeba. Now we will discuss about the nutrition in amoeba. What is the nutrition in amoeba? How amoeba takes its nutrition. Okay, so here I have written some of the steps in the nutrition. What are the steps? At first, ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation, and egestion. Okay, so here we will discuss one by one step in details. So at first, I will tell you about ingestion. What is ingestion? Ingestion means to take. Okay, ingest means to take the food. That we call it as ingestion. That's why the name, from its the name came, injection. Injection means the content that is inside it will be injected into our body or not. So ingestion or injection means to get it. Okay, so here if we will discuss about the structure, suppose this is the body of an amoeba, a nucleus, okay, a contractile vacuole. Okay, so here when amoeba moves for the search of its food, so suppose this is the food particle. Okay, when amoeba got in contact with the food particle, amoeba is a what animal? It is an aquatic organism. Okay, amoeba lives in water. So when it get in contact with the food, or else we can also call it prey. Okay, when it get contact with the prey, I think you all get acquainted with the word prey, predator, predation, and all. You got these words in your lower classes. So when amoeba got in contact or food. It will engulf its prey. Okay. So again I am repeating, when it will get in contact with the food particle or it will get in contact with the prey, it will extend its false feet or it will extend its pseudopodia over the prey or over the food, and it will take the food full inside its body. This process is only known as ingestion. Ingestion means to take. Okay, it will ingest, it will take the food. Now what happens? Next process is our digestion. What is digestion? This ingested food particle, now it will form a vacuole-like structure over it. This is only called as the food vacuole. Okay, it forms a vacuole over it. This is a tendency of amoeba. After ingesting the food, it forms a covering over the food as a vacuole. It stores the food, okay, as a vacuole. Now what happened? There are some digestive enzymes secreted from the plasma membrane of amoeba. Okay, these digestive enzymes will allow, or these digestive enzymes will help the food particle to break. Okay, these food particle will break by the help of what? By the help of the digestive enzymes secreted by the wall or secreted by the plasma membrane of amoeba. This process is known as digestion. Digestion is a process where the food or absorbed or the food ingested by the amoeba will break into, the complex food will break into simple food by the help of what? By the help of digestive enzymes secreted by the amoeba itself. Okay, so this process is called as digestion. The next process is absorption. What is absorption? These complex food particles, when it will get in contact with the digestive enzymes, it will break into smaller or the simpler food particle. These simpler food particle moves throughout the cytoplasm. In the process of diffusion, again here I am mentioning the process diffusion. What is diffusion? Movement of particles from higher concentration to lower concentration. Here the amount of food particle, the broken food particle is more, but in the cytoplasm the amount of food particle is less. That's why these food particles will be absorbed throughout the cell, or it will be absorbed to the plasma membrane of the amoeba. Absorption is for plasma membrane. Okay, these broken food particles, it will be absorbed by the plasma membrane of amoeba. Okay, this process is called as absorption. The broken food particles by the help of digestive enzymes are absorbed by the plasma membrane of amoeba in the process of diffusion. Okay, this is called absorption. Now what is assimilation? Assimilation means these simple food particles, now they can able to produce energy. Okay, for the growth of the body, for the multiplication of the body, or for the reproduction of amoeba. Okay, as we all need energy for our body, these organisms also they need energy for their body. So these simple foods, now they will release energy. This process we call it as assimilation. These energy released by the food particles get assimilated throughout our body, as we have studied in the digestion part in last class, if you all have remembered. The same here. Assimilation means the energy produced from the food particle will be distributed throughout its body. This process only we call it as assimilation. Okay. Now this food vacuole, now it also contains some amount of waste. The particle or the food that will release energy, that will be assimilated throughout the body of the amoeba, now it contains some waste particle with it. As we take food, that food contains some of the nutrients and some part of the food also contains waste material, isn't it? That's why we release waste material from our body by the process of excretion. The same, these food particles also, after releasing energy or after getting digested fully by the digestive enzymes, now it contains the waste material which will be not utilized by the body of amoeba. here the next topic we will discuss about the locomotion and respiration in amoeba. Okay, already we have discussed about the structure, already we have discussed about the nutrition, and now we will discuss about the locomotion and respiration in amoeba. At first, let's start locomotion. Okay, what is locomotion? As I said, locomotion is movement from one place to another place. It can move. How it can move from one place to another place? Already I said it got an organ. We call it as pseudopodia, or as we can also call it as false feet. By the help of the pseudopodia or the false feet, it can able to move from one place to another place. But how? What is the process? Let's see. Suppose this is an amoeba. It got some extended arms. We call it as false feet or pseudopodia. Suppose amoeba wants to move in this direction. Now, the direction towards which it wants to move, towards that direction it will extend its pseudopodia. Means it will extend its pseudopodia like it will extend its pseudopodia like this towards this direction. Means it will extend the false feet. Along with that, the cytoplasmic content. Along with that, the cytoplasmic content will also move towards that direction. Again, now if amoeba wants to change its direction to this side, so what it will do? Again, it will extend its false feet towards which direction? Towards this direction. It will extend its false feet towards this direction. Understood? Means the locomotion in amoeba is only due to the extension of its pseudopodia along with the cytoplasmic content. So when the pseudopodia is extending, or when the false feet is extending, or when the amoeba is extending its arm, by the same time also the cytoplasmic contents are getting extended or getting filled up to the end point of the pseudopodia. Okay, this is the cytoplasmic content. Again, it can also change its direction. Again, it can change its direction to upside. Anyway, so why it want to change its direction? For the search of food. Okay, it always moves from one place to another place in the search of food. And already we have discussed about nutrition. When it gets in contact with food, again it will extend its pseudopodia to encapsulate the food. Okay, so this is about the locomotion of amoeba. It is very simple. Locomotion in amoeba requires only pseudopodia, which is the extension of which is we can also call it as false feet, and by the extension of pseudopodia only locomotion in amoeba takes place. It is that simple. Now let's talk about respiration. So here again we will use the term diffusion. How? See, suppose here again I am showing you the structure of amoeba. Okay, I am continuing with the same structure. Okay, here suppose this is the structure of amoeba. How it respires, how it undergoes respiration. Can you see any extra organelle for amoeba to respire? They have nose? No, they do not have nose. How they can respire? They can respire by the membrane, by the plasma membrane or by the cell membrane. Okay, so how respiration takes place by the cell membrane? Again here it comes the term diffusion. Means in the outer environment or in the external environment, the amount or the concentration of oxygen is more. In the water, the amount of oxygen is more, and inside the body of amoeba, the amount of carbon dioxide is more. So here the movement of oxygen takes place from higher concentration to lower concentration, and movement of carbon dioxide takes place from higher concentration to lower concentration. This is only the respiration in amoeba. Like this, it will absorb the oxygen into the body and it will gives out the carbon dioxide out of the body. This is the same exchange of gases as we are performing for our body. We will inhale oxygen and we will take out carbon dioxide. The same here, oxygen from the atmosphere, as in the outer atmosphere the amount of oxygen is more. That's why the oxygen from higher concentration will move inward diffusion of oxygen and outward diffusion of carbon dioxide. So like this, amoeba undergoes respiration by the process of diffusion. It will take out the carbon dioxide out of its body and it will take oxygen into its body. So this is all about locomotion and respiration in amoeba. Now we will discuss about the reproduction or multiplication in amoeba. So students, now here we will discuss about the reproduction in amoeba. I think you all are get acquainted with the term reproduction. What is reproduction? Reproduction means giving out or to produce offspring or to produce child. Okay? Why? To continue the generation. This is called reproduction. So amoeba as an organism, as a protist, it also undergo reproduction to continue its process, generation. Okay? So how, in what process it undergoes reproduction, that we will discuss now. See, amoeba undergo reproduction by two methods. The first one is the binary fission. And the second method is the multiple fission. Binary fission and multiple fission. Do you know what do you mean? What is the meaning of fission? There are two things, fission and fusion. What is fission? Fission means one body will break into 2 or 3 or 4 more bodies. That is fission. What is fusion? The 3, 4 or 5 bodies will combine to form one single body. That is fusion. Here I am telling you the general meaning of fission and fusion. What is fission? Fission means to divide. What is fusion? Fusion means to unite. Fission means to divide and fusion means to unite. Okay? So here we are talking about binary fission. What is binary? Binary means 2. So here in the process of binary fission, amoeba undergoes some process. What are the process in binary fission? See, this is the parent body of amoeba. Okay, this is the parent amoeba which now it is ready to reproduce. Okay, now it is in its adult stage. Now it is ready to reproduce. So here it will start dividing. How it will start dividing? At first, the nucleus of amoeba will start dividing from the middle. It will start separating. You can see here the nucleus starts separating. This is the nucleus. In the next step, the cytoplasm or we can call it the plasma membrane. Now the plasma membrane will start dividing. So the first step is the nuclear division, followed by the cytoplasmic division. Remember this, the parent amoeba first undergo the nuclear division, then it will undergo the cytoplasmic division or the cell or the plasma membrane division. Its plasma membrane will divide. So when the division ends, it will result into what? 2 daughter cells. So these are the 2 daughter amoebas. Okay, this is a daughter amoeba and this is a daughter amoeba. So here you can see from a single parent amoeba, 2 daughter amoebas are produced. That's why this process we call it as binary fission. Fission means to divide, binary means 2. That's why the name it suggests binary fission. From the single parent amoeba, 2 daughter amoebas are produced. So what you can see the process? The detailed process you can see here. See how the nucleus is dividing, and this nuclear division is now followed by the cytoplasmic division, and at last a single parent cell will divide into 2 daughter cells, and it will result into the following what? Daughter amoebas. You can see here how the parent amoeba will divide into, or it will, how it will undergo fission, how it will divide from one parental cell to 2 daughter cell. At first it will undergo the nuclear division, then it will undergo the cellular division at last, resulting into daughter cells. Okay, so this is about binary fission. Next, we will talk about the multiple fission. What is multiple fission? This is another mode of reproduction in amoeba. Binary means two, multiple means more. So what is the process of multiple fission in amoeba? So this is the parent body of amoeba, as we can see. Generally, multiple fission takes place in amoeba's body in harsh condition. When environmental condition is very tough, then it undergoes multiple fission. So in multiple fission, it will undergo some steps. What are the steps in multiple fission? At first, the plasma membrane of amoeba will surround with a tough covering. We call it a cyst. This tough covering which encloses the body of amoeba, we call it a cyst, and this process is called encystation. Okay, this process of enclosing the amoeba's body with a tough covering called cyst is known as encystation. So what is the help of this encystation? This encystation or this cyst over the body of amoeba will protect the amoeba from the harsh condition. This cyst is very tough in nature and it will protect the amoeba's body from the external harsh condition. Now the nucleus, it originally got a nucleus. Now this nucleus will start dividing. Okay, this parent nucleus will start dividing into small what? Daughter nuclei. This parent nucleus will divide into daughter nucleus. See, these are the small daughter nucleus. And these daughter nucleus, again they will be surrounded by the cytoplasmic content, or they will be surrounded by the plasma membrane. So you can see here the tiny amoebas. Okay, isn't it? So these are the tiny amoebas inside the body of what? The parent amoeba. So when favorable condition will arise, these cysts will break, the cyst or the wall will break, and all the daughter amoebas will come out of the what? Parent body. See here students, repeatedly I am saying daughter amoebas. So do not think they will produce only daughters. The offspring or the child are generally represented by daughter amoebas, daughter bacteria. So these are the modes of asexual reproduction. Okay, in some other topic I will discuss about the sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. So in this mode of reproduction, the offspring of the child produced are generally represented by the daughter amoebas. Okay, so here the daughter amoebas or the child amoebas will come out of the body of the parent amoeba. This process we call it as multiple fission. Here how many daughter amoebas form? 2 daughter amoebas. Here how many daughter amoebas forms? Number of daughter amoebas. That's why its name is binary and its name is multiple fission. Okay, so this is the whole process of reproduction in amoeba. As I said about binary fission, and as I said in the multiple fission, at first it will form cyst over its body. Then that cyst it will protect the body of amoeba. Then inside the body of amoeba it contains one nucleus, that is the parent nucleus, and that parent nucleus undergoes several division to form daughter nucleus. That daughter nucleus will be surrounded by the cytoplasmic content, and in the favorable condition the cyst will break and all the daughter amoebas will come out from the parent body. This process we call it as multiple fission. Okay, so this is about the detailed account of amoeba. What all the things that we have discussed: structure of amoeba, nutrition in amoeba, locomotion in amoeba, respiration in amoeba, and reproduction in amoeba. Okay, so these are the very important topics. Okay, and again go through the topic. If any doubt, again you can ask me the doubts, and in the next portion or in the next class we will discuss about the third kingdom of the 5 kingdom classification. Okay, so till then take care. Goodbye.